more. I mean, all this adds up, I would imagine.
Yes, as we said before, computer vision syndrome is a multifactorial syndrome. There are many factors, and I do agree that small screen might exacerbate the issue.
Next WhatsApper asks at 963-11938. I used to be able to manage my dry eyes with eye drops, but I do notice that I'm having to use more eye drops now. Can it get worse? Can the problem get worse? Dr. Tan?
Yeah, so previously, if you already had dry eyes to start off with, and you're now increasing the amount of time that you spend on the screen, it definitely can worsen your dry eyes. Normally, we would blink around once every, I would say, 10 to 15 seconds on a normal day. But while using screens, they have found that while we are focusing so hard on the screen, we actually reduce the amount of the frequency at which we blink, even sometimes up to once only every 2 to 3 minutes. So this can worsen the dry eyes. The glare from the screen can also worsen the dry eyes. And all these factors coming together will just exacerbate the dry eye symptoms that were already pre-existing. Yeah.
Going forward, you're saying?
No, going forward, if you're going to continue having to use the computer screen or other digital devices for long periods, that's probably also going to worsen the dry eye symptoms.
Yes, so we need your help, Dr. Tan. What do we do? How do we start? I don't know, prevent. It's because it's so multifactorial, but also because it is just, this is how I have to live at work nowadays. I can't escape it. I can't cut down my screen, so screen time, because I have to work like this now. What do I do to treat, to minimize, to mitigate CVS?
Yeah, so thankfully, there are some things that we can do. First of all, we can modify our environment. As we were mentioning just now, the position of the computer screen does matter. It should be placed at a very ergonomic position directly in front, roughly an arm's length away, not too close, and most definitely not upwards from where you're seated. So that will worsen the neck strain as well as the eye strain. Ideally, the top of the screen being around eye level or the center being about 10 to 15 degrees below eye level would be good. And also, if you have reference materials to look at, which can be placed between the monitor and the keyboard. Alternatively, if you have a document holder, you put it at the same height as your monitor screen. The key is to minimize the amount of movement from focusing onto the screen to the document and back on the screen again. You can also optimize your seating position by using ergonomic chairs that are comfortably padded and conform to the body. Make sure that the chair is not elevated too high such that your feet are hanging above the floor. You should be able to support your arms and wrists on the table, but not press the wrist down on the keyboard when typing. So when it comes to the screen directly itself, you should adjust the screen brightness and contrast to a comfortable level. Increase the contrast to reduce the amount of eye strain, and modify the amount of glare that you're seeing by considering putting on a screen glare filter. If the screen is too bright, your eyes are working harder. So do match the screen brightness level to your room level adjustment. One tip that I have is to adjust your room lighting not too dim or not too bright, and avoid glare from overhead lighting or windows, as well as backlighting from windows. Also, do not have a window directly behind a computer screen, as your monitor is surrounded by light and this causes eye strain. If the window is behind you, on the other hand, the sunlight can reflect back on the screen, and this can induce a headache. You may consider curtains or drapes if you're unable to change your seating position. So those are things that you can do to modify your environment in terms of the light and position. As for other things such as air conditioning and fans, naturally avoid having them blowing directly into your face because that can worsen the dry eye. As for on a personal basis, you can also take frequent eye breaks. We have something called the 20-20-20 rule, which largely states that about every 20 minutes of work, stop for about 20 seconds and look at something 20 feet away. Not something that, yeah, so something else that your boss might not like to hear too much is to try to get away from your screen every 30 minutes, take a break, take a stretch. But now that we're working from home, that should be a little bit easier as you can manage your own time. In terms of glasses, now we also do have an increase in patients coming in for glasses or rather what we call refractive errors. So glasses tend to be more helpful than contact lenses, as contact lenses do worsen the dry eyes. We do recommend that you go for regular eye checks see an optometrist because there can be a change in the spectacle degree that you require. We have been seeing patients roughly around 40s or 50s coming in, and actually all they needed was an update in their spectacle glasses. Because where previously they could get by with their reading glasses due to the presbyopia increase as they age and the increased strain on our eyes and with the increased use in screens, the screen might have gone up, and just by changing the glasses, they are able to see much more easily.
The real key here is that we can't cure this necessarily, but everything that we do kind of adds up and helps mitigate the real life situation that we find ourselves in.
Exactly like what you pointed out. This is not something that we can completely avoid due to the nature of a job or schooling requirements, but we can help to minimize the amount of strain that we put on our eyes and our bodies.
So it's not about any particular pill. So if people come in asking for a pill or medicine, that's not something that we doctors can give out.
Unfortunately, no. We have to adapt our lifestyle to try to minimize the risks that we're taking on.
That is the key message. Thanks very much, Dr. Tan, for joining me on today's edition of Health Matters. Dr. Tan Desjardins, a consultant from the Oculoplastic Department of the Singapore National Eye Centre. And this has been Health Matters with me, Daniel Martin.
Before making any decisions based on the information in our program, please consult a medical professional.
Have you ever sat in a car and wondered, is there enough space? Wouldn't it be nice to have room to stretch, to turn heads with design unlike any other, to experience a smart, quiet cabin? Now you can with the new Smart #5. Break routine with the biggest, most spacious Smart yet. Experience it now at Mercedes-Benz Center Level 3 and enjoy early bird promotions of up to $20,000. Smart, open your mind. Entering the ring is Pizza Hut's Kickin' Green Curry Pizza. Brace your taste buds. Our pizza's just gonna die glow up. Boom, shareable and full of big kick energy. Enjoy a regular for $12.90 or a large for $18.90 till 21st September. Plus, savor other Thai-inspired specials like Tom Yum Melts, green curry baked rice, and choco banana tarts. The Kickin' Green Curry Pizza. Flavor so bold, it kicks. Order from Pizza Hut now.
The world needs spots, and we need the facts, the insight, the context, and liberty now.
The Morning Report is your official wake-up call to the world of news and current affairs. Every weekday morning, we bring you the stories that matter.
From the latest headlines, in-depth discussions, and everything in between. Tune into the Morning Report with me, Adrian Liman.
And me, Andrea Yang, weekdays, 8 to 10 a.m. Your mornings will never be the same.
Because we're not just a show.
We're your morning ritual.
This is CNN 938, your city, your world.
China and Japan have vowed to pursue mutually beneficial relations.
The International Center for the Prosecution of the Crime of Aggression has opened. The property giant faces another test next week when the grace period on another dollar bond ends. Parts of Asia remain equipped with extreme heat, prompting governments to issue heat warnings. The rise